Gerard and Simon, welcome to People and Legal. It's been quite a bit of a laugh behind the scenes, but
Yes.
we'll just kick off as we mean to go on. So tell me, what is Jude about? I'll put it to you, Gerard, first.
Yes, well, Jude is about helping lawyers do remarkable things. I started off my career as a lawyer, did 30 years, wanted to be a litigator, but realised you've got to have a sharp legal mind to go to court, and mine's as sharp as the cutting edge of a beach ball. So I ended up doing wills for little old ladies, then saw that technology was going to intersect with profession. So about 2 years ago, sat down with Simon and said, we need to build a solution for small to medium-sized lawyers and that does the work and meets them where they're at. And so that's where Simon comes into the picture.
Beautiful.
And made it all wonderful.
And so that's a great segue into your role, Simon. What do you do at Jude?
So I'm the CEO, which means I sort of run a fantastic team that we've got of engineers that are building product and a product team that gets all the feedback from lawyers to help us decide what to do next, and rein in Gerard from time to time.
Yeah, I can go loose.
Not at all. I don't get that impression at all. So what's next? Like, we're in April coming into May. What does the rest of the year look like for Jude?
Yeah, so we launched the new iteration of our product at the start of this year. We rebranded. We were Lighthouse. We did a conversation, I think, a year ago with your team. So we launched the product at the beginning of the year. We've now got firms in Australia and New Zealand, and a few firms in the UK, Singapore, and a few firms that just signed up in the US as well over the last few days.
Oh, wow.
So we're expanding globally.
Yep.
And travelling a fair bit.
Yeah, traveling a fair bit. We've built a set of what I like to describe as building blocks, the sort of tools that lawyers use day in, day out. We really want to meet lawyers where they work, as Gerard said before. Now that we've got those building blocks in place, it's about learning from lawyers as to what they want to see us sort of work to automate next and where they would like to take their practice.
Wonderful. And who's your ideal client? What does that look like?
Fantastic question. So we found that there's a lot of
credit card is good.
There's a lot of competition out there, but we really believe that the small to mid-sized firms are being underserved at the moment. There's a lot of technology pointed at the AmLaw 100, as they like to say. And I think that small to mid-sized firms have different needs from the enterprise firm, and equally as important that we chase those down. So that's where our focus is pretty squarely.
Wonderful. And Gerard, a question for you. In terms of what's keeping up your audience at night, what would you say the top 3 things are for them?
3 things. I think it's about 18 things keeping people awake at
Top
night
3.
at the moment. Yes. The one thing that we hear consistently is there's a bit of fatigue in the profession from early editions of AI.
Sure.
So they spent last year wrestling with some pretty thinly wrapped GPT wrappers, and said, okay, now we've tried that. How do we actually put in place a long-term solution and take the whole firm or office on a journey through that? So that's point number 1.
I think there's fatigue is a really good one to point to. Friction is another. I think that with all of the tools that firms are seeing, they're having to buy point solutions to do little pieces of the overall picture. And that's a real pain if you're a smaller firm. We believe that there's a better solution by combining the core tools into one interface, and that's the approach that we've taken. We also believe that there's a real transformation happening in practice at the moment. Traditionally, we've sold a billable hour, and with AI, the billable hour is sort of decreasing. You could do a lot more work in a shorter space of time. But now lawyers are also having to pay for AI tools to make that efficiency happen. So for us, we really focused on making it more granular so that law firms can see where they're spending their money on these tools, making it transparent so they could disperse the costs if they wanted to, or even just use it as a better way to account for sorts of fixed fee billing that we're hearing a lot more about. I'd say that's a good 3.
Can we do 4?
You can make it even if you'd like.
Okay. We might do 6 then. The other thing that we're noticing, of course, is that firms are grappling with how to deal with the younger members of the profession. There was an old way of training them up. So the partner would get them to do the drudgery, perhaps, and they would learn on the tools and bring it up for review.
Yeah,
These days, of course, the young ones are expected to put stuff into AI. But at the same time, their practice managers are standing over them saying, how much time are you saving doing that? So they're getting mixed messages. They're seeing in the media, they're going to be out of a job in a few years' time.
Yep.
And so it's about setting a roadmap for firms to bring everyone on that journey. Lawyers aren't going to be replaced by AI. Lawyers are going to be replaced by lawyers who know how to use AI. And that's the sort of education piece and the thinking piece that I'm seeing that firms are grappling with.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point. Every single firm we talk to has got practitioners across a very wide spectrum of adoption. And I think it's really important that we make these tools accessible to everybody along that sort of sliding scale. Not just sort of one big license fee that you have to pay that makes it sort of not economical to get, the sort of late adopters on board. So we're really trying to facilitate that journey. It's good to see practitioners here. So other providers having the same sort of concept too.
And I think just a final question. I'm loving the energy between you both. I love
We're not related. People often ask me, is this my son? He's the younger, better looking version of me. But
well, you did say that previously, and whether or not that's true, we won't discuss that here. But I think it's very refreshing to see such a great camaraderie and chemistry between both of you. How do you work when the camera's not
We're
rolling?
absolutely yin and yang, right? So I'm fun, and he's about as fun as a cheese grater.
Somebody's got to do the practical things. So I think we get a huge amount of value out of disagreeing with one another. We always seem to find a direction at the end of those conversations, but they can be heated because we both really care about what we're doing.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah. But the best products are sharpened by fire. And that's how we do it. And we go
I
at each
love
other
it.
pretty hard and then come out with a solution, and it's best for our users. So.
Yeah, no, you can tell. And thank you so much for being so articulate and so passionate in your responses. It
Thank
really,
you for the good questions, Ronnie. You
not
guided
at
us very
all,
well
not
through
at
this.
all. I need a demo straight after this, please.
Look forward to it.
All right. Thank
Thanks
you
for your
so much
time.
for your time
Nice to
today.
chat.
Thanks.
Cheers.
You too.
Hey.